Oh, and then Brianna, Hildebrand, and Louis Chan. I love it. Welcome. Good to have you, Stephen. Thank you for having me. Love it. Nice to see you guys.
Nice to be here.
This is so awesome. So I'm going to ask a few questions. I got some fun questions. Hopefully you don't think they're terrible. And then we are going to open it up to the crowd to be able to ask questions. And there's a pile of stuff here, and we'll get into that in a few minutes. So the first thing is, and this could be a spoiler for the X-Force movie, but I am curious about this. Will the pouch be making an appearance in X-Force?
Yeah. No. I'm sorry. So I created this stupid character called. Well, I love him. I actually love him. But I had him inside me. I put this character out there. When people ask, when Marvel calls, sure, I'll make that happen. I'm not sure that's going to happen. So now we can move on. But thank you.
Yeah.
I'll take the promotion.
Why wouldn't you?
You know, the funny thing is, people think I created pouches, right? Like, it's crazy. Like, have you never seen a SWAT person? Have you never seen, like, someone in the military? I was in Virginia a couple weeks ago, and a SWAT guy came to see me. He said, Mr. Liefeld, he was full of pouches, and I said, well, you know, I created all these. Like, it's crazy. People are nuts, but I'll own it. I'll own it. When my pouch line comes out, everybody buy one, okay?
Yay! Sure. By the way, for the people that don't understand, like, the reference I was making, do you guys know he like made a character named The Pouch? This whole thing?
Hey, okay, Deadpool, let's go.
How weird is it? You and I are a little bit older.
Yeah,
and
I'm a lot older.
Here's the thing, though, where I'm going with this is that when we were coming up, when you were making comics in the 90s and stuff, comic books and TV shows, like, the comic book characters and TV shows, they were terrible.
They were terrible. And we loved them.
Right, they were terrible. What is it like for you to have these characters you created, and no BS, they are these huge movies that it's crazy.
Okay, so in reference to the Deadpool family, the Deadpool movie family, let me tell you something. Lucky, fortunate, blessed, pick one. That's what the results of the Deadpool film are. I laid it at the feet of Ryan Reynolds, Tim Miller, David Leitch, everybody behind the scenes. They worked tirelessly to bring both these movies. I was fortunate to get contacted early on, and when I was at my Little League son's game, and my phone rang, and I didn't recognize the number, and I picked it up, and this is 2011. So how many years ago? And the guy goes, hey, Rob, it's Tim Miller. And I'm like, I don't know what Tim Miller is. He's like, yeah, I'm going to be directing Deadpool, and I got your number from Jim Lee. Thank you, Jim Lee, by the way. And so we started talking. He says, I'm going to be directing Deadpool. I want to involve you. I want to talk to you. And, Tim welcomed me in early on. The crazy thing is, like, when they made that awesome footage that leaked, that really got the movie made.
I mean, the footage you leaked.
No, I'd love to leak it. No. Fox knows who leaked it. A couple of years ago, somebody leaked the Wolverine origins, and got, like, they leaked it out, in 2009, a month early. And if you guys didn't follow that, the FBI showed up on her door. It was a lady, and they showed up and arrested her. And Fox told me when the Deadpool footage leaked, they said, Rob, we have great forensics. We know exactly who leaked the footage. Like, if we wanted to act on it, we'd act on it. It worked out for everybody, right? The leaked footage? Because you guys hit that trailer a million. I was watching my Geiger at home on the... And then finally, this is the thing, I would go watch that footage at Tim's studio for 3 years. People forget. That footage was filmed in 2011. Ryan filmed that the weekend Green Lantern came out. I was at Blur Studios. Ryan filmed that the weekend Green Lantern was opening. That's how old that footage is. And I kept going, when are you going to make this? And finally, thank you, Tom Rothman, for leaving Fox. I'm a comic book guy. I can be a dick and say that. Thank you for leaving Fox so that they can make Deadpool and we can get these awesome characters. And this movie's going to be awesome, right?
For the two of you, with the way Hollywood casting works, you will find out you booked a gig, and it could be 2-3 months before the public finds out about it. How early did you know you were both cast in the film, and who was the first person you told?
I don't remember what month it was when I auditioned. I think it was around winter time, maybe. I don't remember, maybe October. But I auditioned and I got a call back about a week later. and I read for a couple of the producers. I think that Tim was there. And then a week after that, it was confirmed that I had gotten the part. The first person that I told was my father. I called him like, guess what? We're not wasting our money by me staying here in LA because I got a job. It was so exciting. And yeah.
Now, how long did you have to keep the secret before it was announced?
It was a while. I feel like maybe 4 or 5 months I had to keep the secret. Yeah, it was a long time.
I'm sure you wanted to scream it to everybody.
I did, yeah. But it was cool. I felt like I had a little like precious secret. Everyone was like, "Why are you so happy?" And I was like, "I'm not."
Louis?
Yeah, I had that secret at Comic-Con in San Diego last year.
Whoa.
It's because he's from another universe.
I have this power. I have this effect. I had it at the San Diego Comic-Con, and when I was doing panels for Marvel's Iron Fist, and they were asking me what I have up next, and I had a backpack full of this man's comics to study, and I already knew that I had the role, so and I couldn't say anything, so that's probably some of my best acting I've ever done. On
Good job,
stage,
Louis. Good job.
Pretending that I have nothing coming out next, so yeah. It was fun. It was hard to keep. I had to keep that secret for what, 8-9 months, something like that. Yeah.
I'm curious, for the two of you though, when you're entering the comic book universe, how much are you looking at the comics and studying that stuff, and how much are you just relying on what's on the page and to sort of inform your character? Because there's always changes, from what's on the comic book page to on the big screen.
Right. I personally had never read a single comic book before auditioning. When I went in, I'm not even entirely sure I knew what I was auditioning for. My character's code name was Kathy, and I was just told that she was a moody teen. And
I was Asteroid.
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 That's it.
This is good stuff.
I signed the contract for Asteroid. In Love Machine. Right.
Yeah, Love Machine.
Love Machine was the secret code for the Deadpool film, so that's...
Yeah, for sure. And what was I saying? Oh yeah, so that was really sick. And what were we just talking
I was
about?
asking how much are you looking at the comic books for inspiration, and how much are you just relying on what's on the page?
So I hadn't read a single comic before being cast. Then I was cast, and they were like, "Hey, you're a superhero. These are the things that you can do, and this is the comic." And I was like, "Shit, okay." So I got really overwhelmed. I actually met up with Ed Skrein because he's super into comics. I think he had every issue of Deadpool already. And so I met up with him, and he gave me a couple of comics to borrow. I didn't really have a lot to draw from for my personal character in the comics. I'm pretty sure she's in 2 of them, and the second one she dies. So
Can we stop right there? I want to give Brianna, we need to give the props, because look, we all love her in these movies, right?
Yeah.
And here's the deal. Okay, as a comic book guy, right, okay, so Tim Miller has a different version for Negasonic the Teenage. Okay, Grant Morrison, hats off to you, best name in comics ever. Negasonic Teenage Warhead. Hello, he's awesome. But like she said, had little to work with, barely exists in the comic book universe, and then she embodies the character, her chemistry with Ryan, her performance with everybody, she becomes beloved, fan favorite, and before we came on stage, I told her, like, the thing that is so exciting is, so now she stars in the new Deadpool comic. If you buy the Deadpool #1 that Marvel just sold a jillion copies of, she is now a key feature, and that is because of you. Period. End of story. Like, it's one of those great stories where you go, your performance made the character part of pop culture that they can't resist, retrofitting you back. Like you said, you were dead. Not anymore. Co-starring with Deadpool in all his new adventures. Because, and again, you know what? I'm going to tell you, I have a lot of friends at Fox. Over the years, I've made so many great friends. And I know that they sometimes get unfavorably compared to the, mothership that is Disney Marvel. But between Deadpool 1 and 2 and Logan, and I'll tell you, I think X-Men First Class, Days of Future Past, these are great movies. They've done some great things, and they have affected the culture, and they don't get enough credit, in my opinion. And Negasonic is one of them. So that's just my 2 cents. You're awesome. I've said what I came here to say. I can leave now, but I'll say.
Thank you.
And so how much were you looking at the comics, and how much is it on the, you know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah. No. Well, Shatterstar has a very complex backstory, as some of you might know. You have to go to school to learn about exactly how his character comes about. But actually, it's pretty incredible. And the more I started reading about it, the more I got really intrigued. So, yeah, I did a lot of background research on it, like I would normally do for any character that I'm playing. But Shatterstar has a lot to work with. So, yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun to understand it. I got graphs and maps on my wall so I can figure out how exactly he did this time traveling thing and where he was at certain times and what dimension he was in. Yeah, it was fun.
Rob, I want to ask you about the question about the comics. So, Cable's finally introduced in the movie. You could say he has a...
Baby! Yeah.
He has a, let's just say the term, complicated backstory.
Yeah.
So, how much, being truthful, how much was the studio talking to you about, because it's complicated, because once Cable's origin is portrayed in Deadpool 2, this is the concrete that X-Force is going to be built on. You know, so how much...
Okay, so let me jump in. Here's the deal. The thing with Cable, when I introduced Cable in New Mutants 87, and if you look at the Deadpool 2, he is introduced in New Mutants 87, attacking a fortress, an armored citadel, breaking into it, and attacking the citadel and trying to get these guys out of there. And in Deadpool 2, he attacks a fortified citadel, gets in there, tries to get somebody out of there, and they don't tell you a whole lot about it. When I introduced Cable, I was ripping every page out of the Wolverine playbook, which was mystery, mystery, mystery. As a kid, I fell in love with Wolverine, and you guys who are my age, I'm 50, I'm gonna stand up and kick. Woo! 50, I love being old, it's awesome. But anyway, me and Molly Shannon. So anyway, the deal is that when I was introduced to Wolverine, over 10 years they told you all these different facets about him, and then they rolled some stuff back and said, that's not who he is. And look, when Hugh was introduced as Wolverine to the public consciousness in X-Men, they didn't tell you everything about him either. The key is, you can't skip steps. Cable, you gotta introduce him, keep the mystery about him. And here's the deal, what Fox told me is, Rob, we're just they told me the time travel aspect is gonna be there, but we're not really delving in, and I thought that's the way to go. Tease him, and look, audiences are reacting to him huge, and Josh loves playing him. And how great is Josh Brolin as Cable, right? Oh my gosh! You want to talk about, my kids and family can tell you, I sweated some of those casting rumors. I was like, oh dear God, no, not him. And then I'd be like, oh, he'd be great. Then back to, not him. Then, oh, he'd be pretty great. And then one night, before I went to bed, I didn't know Russell Crowe was on Twitter, and I stupidly tweeted to Russell Crowe, not ever thinking he'd answer me. Hey, I kid you not, I'm about to fall asleep and I go, hey Russell, you should read for Cable. That didn't turn out very well. I got yelled at a lot because I woke up, because he's in Australia, to Russell Crowe saying, read for it. And my manager said, yeah, Russell Crowe doesn't read for parts, Rob. You kind of insulted him. I'm like, I'm sorry. They haven't picked Cable yet, so I'm just putting it out there. And so then my phone rang, and some Fox people may or may not have yelled at me for an hour. So I was kind of off Twitter for a while. But then Josh Brolin happened, and I'm so excited. And also, I love Josh, so after you go see Deadpool 2 this weekend for the 10th time, go see Sicario. It's awesome. It's awesome. It's like Cable without a bionic arm. Okay? So there you go. Back to whatever you're doing.